Hi, I'm Xysis, and this is Hearts of Iron 4, No Step Back, where we're continuing our playthrough as the Soviet Union. And today we're hopefully gonna be able to pull off Operation Countenance. Got a countdown ticking here. We've got 22 days before we can get it started. And just as a small overview, we've kind of halted the Germans in some locations, but they are still pushing. It's just going very slowly for them. The winter is thawing up, especially down here in the south. But they still have quite a lot of bonuses there. They've still got the Unturned Barbarossa bonus, and the country-specific bonus down there. And they've got a lot of planning bonus. So we're able to halt them up for a little bit. They build up planning bonus and they keep walking straight through us. Air war is actually going better now. So they've got 1,000 fighters up here on interception as well, as we do. So there's not a lot of air combat going on here. Maybe we can change that. We will switch these over to air superiority for a little while. And just help build up a little bit more air experience. They did have some naval bombers in the upper Baltic, but they've retreated away with those. We must have shot down enough of them. Don't know if we can see that here. For the years, no. It's just one enemy bomber we managed to shoot down. And we lost 3 ships, it looks like. They must have just reprioritized them to elsewhere. It's not a lot of air combat going up in the north. Down here in Ukraine we are running mostly air superiority. We've got a few on interception because they've got quite a lot of ground missions going here. And we got about 12% of these on, or we can detect about 12% of incoming bombers. That would be, well, about 150 maybe. So we've got 400 bombers here, so we can outnumber them 3-1 at least on interception. And then the 2,400 fighters on air superiority. And this looks abysmal. We are losing about 3 times as many as we are shooting down. And if we look in the... we can take that off. We are shooting down quite a lot of their support planes. Most of them are through EAI, but 18 down there, or about 20% are from air battles, so that's nice. We're also shooting down some other bombers there, probably about 20% there too. And on the monthly basis our loss ratio is 2-for-1, which does look very, very bad. And the Germans do have a lot of factories on aircraft, though most of these are probably on fighters. We have started damaging their factories a bit, so that's nice. And we're not making that big of a dent here. They were at 7.5 I think last time we looked. So they're increasing in aircraft numbers, but more importantly, we were at -500 the last time we looked at here. So we are on a net positive. We are building more fighters than we are losing, and as long as we're building more fighters than we're losing, we're doing it correctly. We are almost capped out on efficiency here though. We've got another 2 factories, and then we'll probably put the Sturmovix in first because we're getting new infantry equipment here soon. And we want to put the new factories into new infantry equipment, not the old infantry equipment. We'll keep them down there for now. Now let's pull the fighters up and rearrange these again too. I think it's more important that we keep our production efficiency for the fighters and for the tactical bombers. The strategic bombers and naval bombers doesn't really matter if we've got a small lack of resources, especially for the naval bombers. We're just keeping this line going for the production efficiency. We're gonna have to add another factory in there, of course, for light tanks. We are running a deficit of anti-air and artillery. And we've got light tanks, but light tanks is mostly from deployment. So we're missing a few light tanks here. And that's mostly, we want to keep the light tanks we have in operation. Most of our light tanks at the moment, or most of our tank divisions at the moment, are withdrawn from the main combat lines. It looks like we've got a lot of tanks coming in here, so it might be worth... I think they had 8 or 7 tank divisions last time we looked. We can check again. See if they're up to 8 now. We've got 1 here and 1 here. That's 2, and then we've got 3 around this area there. And then there should be 3 more. We've got 2 here. Are they using heavy tanks? They are using heavy tanks. Oh, that is interesting. 2 here and 1 here, yeah. We could move some tanks up to help. Maybe help battle those. And they've got at least got a lot of hard attack. We can... an entrenchment for the tanks doesn't make that big of a difference. We pulled them back so they've managed to get some. We put them there, they should be in a good position against these tanks. And these tanks down here will probably come through this area. We'll put the Sino-Japanese army down there. Oh, we need to unpause as well, so otherwise nothing's gonna happen. And we got Rokossovsky's tank army up here. They are awaiting these tanks there. The United Mexican States joins the Allies. That's unexpected. Yeah, our naval bombers here are keeping up the pressure on the Romanian Navy. And we've got some naval battle going on up here. Looks like they just lost a convoy, nothing big there then. Radio interception group. And that halved down our time for decryption. Let's get another... Do we want to get another level of cryptology? We get another level of decryptology first. Or decryption. The Finns lost a convoy. Now we might want to move one of these spies up a little bit. We do have a network going in Iran, of course, to help speed up the invasion. We've pre-planned this invasion for quite some time. And the Mexicans have joined the war. No, this was interesting. This is the Gordy class. Shouldn't this one be in the Navy? Because this is one of our normal destroyers. They're probably set to auto then, or? Baltic fleet. Oh, we're building the wrong one. Alright. Well then. Let's build one more. This one can go straight into the... I guess we're building it down here in Rostov, so let's put it down there. Just to keep it in line. We wanted to build... let's get rid of the outdated one. We wanted to build some mine layers. That was the ones I wanted 6 of. And those go into Rostov. There we go. Now we're building the correct boat too. Or ship. Okay, so we're losing some naval efficiency. They are... Question is where they are on us. Can't we... We should be able to spot the... Yeah, we can't escort them further out. The fleet's only reached so far. Well, maybe if we get some... Maybe we can get some docking rights from Iceland. Or we could do, but we won't do that. Okay, so here comes the first land leases. Let's see what they want to give us. They want to give us some guns. We have run into deficit of guns. And I'm not going to go around for the AI countries begging for any kind of lend-lease, but if the AI wants to give them to us, we will accept them. And they are mostly monthly, so that's 500 rifles extra a month is not going to make a big difference, and I think that was half of that. So 14 more days left for Operation Countenance. And let's keep it on post again. We need to sort out this aluminium shortage. Well, I guess we just increase our imports. Could import some more from British Malaya. That is doesn't have to travel by sea, and the same thing with Manchukuo. We will be needing that aluminium soon anyway, so we might as well get the imports running already. And excavation there should help with giving us some extra too. We will keep on going for excavation tech, and then we can go ahead of time on the rest of the industry techs. I think we're doing fine on fuel. We have a daily gain of 12 and a current consumption of 6. And anti-air. Oh yeah, we finished the anti-tank. We want to make an upgrade to the tanks. So we've got we lost 2 submarines here. Okay, so they are escorting their convoys here now. These are good submarines, because we only built good submarines up here. Oh, that's just how it is. Let's get rid of those and let's check out the tank production. We can get those sorted before we start off with Operation Countenance. So we want to, oh yeah, flame tanks. I don't think we added those to the template just yet. So we want to upgrade the T-34-76. Now the T-34 was upgraded with an 85mm gun in 1943. Actually the fall of 1943, I think the decision was taken after the Battle of Kursk. But we need this gun in already. So that's going to start costing us some chromium, which isn't a problem because we are the Soviet Union. Also costs more steel, which we don't have as much of. But we need to start putting a bigger gun in here. And that drops our speed, it looks like. If we bump the speed up a little bit more, maybe we can bump the armor up a notch as well. While we are here. Reliability, yeah, isn't an issue. Can we maybe bump the armor up a little bit more? Since armor was also a point let's drop the engine one. Now we still got the same 2-man turret, a heavy machine gun, got some extra ammunition here, and a sloped armor, of course. And obviously we can't have it named this way. Oh, what happened there? No, this is the T-34-85. And I can probably call it the M42 for the year. They used yearly model numbers, and of course it was an incremental upgrade every time they did some kind of improvements. But I think we might have to play a little bit more with the engine and armor upgrades. Maybe pull this one off to make it a little bit cheaper in the future. That'll increase the reliability too. We can put more in here. But we'll take that when we need that. We will start off this way with an early upgrade. And yeah, these are the ones we have converted into, I think. We've just got them here so they don't disappear. Now we need to check that one out and put the new ones into production. We lose a tiny bit of production efficiency, and that's fine. We could start converting these, and we'd be building a lot more of them faster. But I think we will keep building new ones. I think we will run out of that stockpile pretty soon. And where do we have the flame tanks? There we have the flame tanks. We've got 800 of them. So let's check that we've actually put them into our tank divisions. course we haven't. So we want to have light flame tank companies. That'll give us some nice terrain boosts. Gives us a lot of extra combat stats when attacking into various terrains, and that increases the attack down here. So that mostly reduces the penalty for most of these. Forts work differently, but yeah. And so we get, let's say for the hills here, we have a -1% combat stat instead of I think this one gives +5 instead of -6. We're also gonna swap out this last motorized, I think, if we have the mechanized to do it. We don't have enough mechanized to swap this one out just yet. So we will keep that one in. We've got some artillery, maybe we have enough to swap out for a second heavy tank. Maybe we should make some upgrades to the KV-1 as well. Do we have enough heavy tanks? We do not have enough heavy tanks to fill our divisions. That means we will... I could upgrade it to medium tank. Maybe we have enough of them. No. Let's stick to light tanks for now. We'll just add on the flame tanks there, and we will start getting the new ones. Now we're gonna have, with the addition of the T-34-85, we're gonna be up to 70 armor. Piercing is not quite where we want it just yet, but we're getting there. So maybe if we make some changes to the KV, we can get the piercing up just a little bit more. So the KV also has the 76mm gun here, and we could put actually we could put an improved heavy cannon on these. That's a lot of piercing. We'll need to increase the engine size. The KV-1 was developed into the KV-85, which had an 85mm gun, which of course would be the improved medium cannon here too. Question is, and we are going to put one of the heavy guns in here. Question is if we want to go for the bigger gun directly, or if we want to save this one for the IS tank. And this one reduces speed and reliability more. And this one doesn't have the piercing to make a difference from the improved medium. We will go with the improved heavy cannon. We'll put a big gun into this tank now. We can't increase the engine with this one. I think we have... what do we have that we lose the speed from? Don't really have anything. We want to stick above 8, so we need to reduce armor. Don't want to reduce armor either. What happens if we go with the... still one shy. I need to go down one to actually get it to work. And because this one reduces speed by 0.2 kilometers per hour. Can we go with the howitzer? No, howitzers are also affect max speed very much. I think maybe we stick with the KV-1 for just a little bit longer. We need to do some engine upgrades. We need to boost the armor of these two. So we won't do anything with the KVs. Or was it... yeah, that's a 0.3, so that one does bring us down below where we want to be. Unfortunately. Alright, well, that was easy. We're not touching the KVs for now. We will be unpausing again. Maybe we should be selecting it. These are... oh, we will select elastic defense here once we have it unlocked instead. Okay, so we got the improved anti-air upgrades. We could be putting an improved high velocity cannon into the KV. Doesn't that one have a... no, it's still 0.3. That would give us the same amount of piercing. I think that's and then we can have an advanced high velocity gun in them as well. Yeah. That seems like a plausible way to go. Having the heavy tank as a heavy tank destroyer. Might want to go down these to get these intermediary techs too for the rocket artillery increase. What we need though is better engines for our tanks. We probably need the better tanks as well. The 1943 variants, at least of the heavy tank. This will be the IS tank. T-34 was produced until the end of the war, so I'm fairly okay with them still being on the improved chassis. We will get the advanced engines though. I think that's worth the 70 days to stop off. And we had how many more days for that? 47. And we are still a few days off there. We should be finished before we finish the next focus anyway. So and we're hanging on to that air experience for a little while. Should we let Mongolia and Tanutuva join? I think we'd rather have them outside of the conflict as a bit of a buffer zone. Okay, so Finland got to join the Axis. Now this is a wee bit of a problem, because of course this allows German troops to reinforce Finland. So I think this means that we take... I think they managed to sink one of our submarine fleets down here. We will put them all on convoy raiding. That should be fine. It should make it a bit harder at least for them to get across here. And they still have way too many mines out here, I think. Don't know if we are managing to clear any of those out. Let's just go with the one minesweeper. We should be getting another one soon enough. Let's do it this way. Let's take 3 more from there. Let's get rid of them off there. Let's pull one prematurely, just to get those minesweepers out. This production efficiency growth hurts us, but otherwise we're looking very good here. Could be importing some more rubber. We are importing way too much. Let's reduce the aluminium from the USA by 2 ticks, or 16. It'll give us a net positive of 30, it seems like. I guess we can take it down another 2 then. Just give the German submarines a little bit less of our things to torpedo. Non-aggression pact from the Raj, don't care. We have one with your Overlord. And now they're attacking our tank divisions here. And they seem to be, they're not actually in combat, of course. We are in super bad supply area here. We of course have twice as many troops as our supply hubs can supply. And Kaunas has been cut off. Are we still in control of this region? And we will destroy it, and we will... Looks like we are retreating already, but let's be on the safe side. And we will pull out after we've destroyed that. Or we will destroy it while pulling out. Yeah, and Odessa's gonna be falling here soon. We want to halt this attack, and no, you don't need to try to take the shortcut. We have no need to be pressing any attacks here. I think we wanna withdraw from this tile. It's not worth holding on to anymore, and we are losing this tile quickly. Less than a day, and we don't have anything here to push with. And they have broken into Ukmerge. Maybe that's where we want Rokossovsky. We will pull Rokossovsky's tanks. They are all free to go. We will deploy them up here and we will try to retake Ukmerge. Yeah, we probably will have to abandon this entrenched position there in Liepāja. We need to reinforce this combat so we can get these divisions out. Yeah, now Operation Countenance will be firing any second. Get rid of those. And we are still missing some rubber, yes. Yeah, it looks like we'll hold on for long enough for these to get out at least. Kirill Moshalenko falls ill. And anytime now the event should pop. And we declare war on Iran. Let's bring the speed down just a little bit more and put it on pause. And looks like the Iranians are nowhere to be seen. We will put the... Didn't really want those on battle plan. And the tanks were mostly along here because I thought we were actually going to meet some stiff resistance. So if we want to go to Tehran, it wants to go that way. I don't want to go that way. I want to go there. Can we go this way? And then we got the 2 additional ones. There we go. Secure up the other flank. And then we'll have one of them to pop down that way. And the other one to keep on going this way. And same thing with the tanks, we will push hard to there and keep going down that way. We should be seeing some Iranian opposition sometime soon. Do we have any aircraft we can divert to operations down here? Do we have anything we can... We don't actually have any airports. We can deploy some tactical bombers. Don't have any fighters. We actually do have fighters in reserve. That was quite fun. That means all our fighter wings are now fully staffed. We will bring these I-16s down, I think. How many were there? So 200 of them. Let's bring them to the larger airport. Have them in over Iran. And let's move these 2 bomber wings down. They can go on close air support as well if we encounter any kind of battle. They should have enough range to reach most of Iran. And then it looks like the Iranian troops are on the British border and probably on the border with the Iraj. The British also are invading, of course. And we managed to pull our troops back from here. Now we don't want to move these anymore. We want them to stand still and re-entrench. And we got some allies in our war against Iran. Iran, of course, is not allowed to join a faction. We are in a no faction here. We have the same belligerents on the other side though. And this should be a fairly quick war, or fairly quick operation. And we got some more people called in. And we got the timer ticking down at 29 days to conquer the country made out of mountains. And let's, do we have the Air Force in place? Yes. As soon as we capture the airport here, we can move one of these squadrons down. We probably want to set these to aggressive though. They apparently decided to walk from there up and around instead. Oh well. Okay, and looks like they are trying to break through here. We will push. They've got their tank division there. It looks on our tank divisions, of course, did not get to join the combat. That was a shame. And combat with is more or less filled. We got a 9% penalty from exceeding the combat width. No, we can't attack from this vector, we can't attack from this vector because we are getting attacked from both those sides. Just doing a quick check on the front lines here. And they have a hard time taking Tiraspol. I guess that's good for us. Okay, let's keep watching here. These motorized divisions are so fast. And the British seem to be helping us down south here. Once Tehran and Tabriz falls, it should be over. So they've taken, yeah, maybe we need to take, let's think there's a few of these that are. That's Fars, and I think we went over them before. Fars, that's the big point, victory point, and there's one more. It's got 3 around here somewhere. And the Netherlands joins the war. Everyone joins the war. I thought they were supposed to have combined all of these. And this is the Anglo-Soviet invasion of Iran. After weeks of planning, the United Kingdom and the Soviet Union have launched a joint military operation in Iran, with the aim of carrying out a swift occupation against an enemy outnumbered and technologically outmatched. According to Winston Churchill, this operation will allow them to secure the Iranian oil fields and the British supply lines to the Soviet Union, while also preventing a potential enemy advance from Turkey through Iran towards the Baku oil fields and the British Raj. It is a necessary measure. And onwards we push. So the capital is moved to Sendai. It should be very close to capitulating. Yeah, 44%. And Tabriz is the other big trip, 3. Sendai is actually 5. Well, let's go to Karay and Sendai, Hamadan and Arak. We are heading down to Yaku and Shiraz there. And Kerman, and we can go back up to Biryand. No, Kerman and down to Bandar Abbas. Now we have outrunner supply lines, but that's fine. We'll do some. No, we don't want to do the. I think we want to keep going on. It's machine assisted decryption. Yeah, we don't want to move the tanks anymore, I think. Yeah, most of them can. Oh, we've got them. Oh, there's 7 divisions there. Let's just put them on the main line instead. It should be better. No, we want them on this line. Yeah, that's more like it. And they should move around properly. Yeah, okay, so there's some Italians landing here in Finland. It looks like we did catch their convoy, so hopefully we will be able to sink this division. They shouldn't be able to get away, I think. Yeah, they're calling everyone in. I wish they would call them all in at the same time. Yeah, so we're sinking a bunch of convoys down here. We'll have to keep an eye out on the northern front there too. His pilot has been promoted. And now we've just got 2 tank divisions that are severely out of supply, trying to attack into actually pretty hefty infantry divisions. That's 600 defense. Yeah, we're not getting through there. Not now anyway. And I think this defensive line has to be moved. I think we will try to put them on the try to defend the western banks. No, we want to go down towards Minsk. Yeah, well, if we can defend the forests there, maybe we want to extend it to Jelgava too. And I think we will move this front line down. Yeah, maybe that should be that way, and we'll move this one up. That's 3. I think that's 3 provinces too. Oh, that's 4 provinces. Yeah, we don't want to be there. And there's going to be a lot more fighting going on down here in the center, I think. Going to be a tougher place to hold. So we'll keep the 4 divisions up the top, or 4 files. And the tanks. Keep them there for now. Just pull them back a bit so that they don't get stuck in combat. Okay, so Iran should be doing fine soon. We will strategically redeploy everything here that we can. We want to come in this way. No, they're not even there yet. And I keep going down. There's no resistance at all in Iran. So we shouldn't have any kind of trouble finishing them off in 20 days. Another ace pilot. And now they are resorting to force attack, which is good because they take extra strength damage. And we do have not very much, but at least a decent amount of attack in our divisions, courtesy of the artillery. Down here we don't want to be conducting an offensive if we can. Who is attacking? Must be someone from there, yeah. Yeah, so our defensive lines here have altered, I think. We had this division here, or this army. That's the tanks. Let's get them off the fallback line. And Kievan can bolster up the defenses here for now. This isn't good terrain at all to be fighting for. And for the air war, yeah, we're still losing heftily in the air. But I think we have started to get a... Oh, yeah, we're doing okay. I think the deficit there actually comes from these wings that are not reinforced. If we look, we've got 85 good fighters in reserve. Got another 100 bombers that we could put up. Let's duplicate an extra wing here. Daytime operations, and they are strategically bombing everything, it looks like. Let's just take factories and oil refineries. Railways are valid targets too. Maybe infrastructure. And these are mostly on factories. Doesn't make a very big difference, but I got 4% damage factories, which at least is they're about down about, I don't know, maybe 11 factories. Yeah, they got a lot on 17 factories damage, and that's with the civilian ones, of course. As for convoys, they lost a lot of convoys there. Probably a big convoy up to Finland that we intercepted. Attrition here is going to be atrocious if they try to bolster up the border there for an offensive. Yeah, we're shooting down quite a bit of bombers. Trucks, they are building up a stockpile of trucks again. Would be nice if we could get some logistical bombing going. did we have all our bombers going for central Germany now? Yeah, all except the ones that are down here, of course. Maybe we want to split. We can maybe split some into... no, the strategic bombers, no, they can't reach that far either. How are we doing for resources? They've got a few refineries here. We would like to strike the west there too, and down here in the Alpine region. Yeah. That's enough with just moving in there. Let's see if we can take as many tiles as possible here now. And they should be capitulating anytime now. Okay, so it looks like there's a pocket creating, or it's very high likelihood of a pocket being created up here. They have broken through our defenses here. I think we want to move Rokossovsky up to Jelava. This is not the best place for him to be. Let's redeploy up there so we can try to hold this province. So we can get our divisions out from here. And I think we will... We need to do this orderly though. We retreat backwards this way. And the divisions there need to strategically redeploy. Anything here that can move fast needs to move fast. Yeah, this line is too big. That's why they've broken through up here. Need to move, scooch some defenders up. And the same thing down here now. We've got the southwestern front is quite short, but the southern front here is quite long. We'll move that down a bit more. We'll soon be able to reinforce a bit with these armies coming from up north. Now we don't want to be doing any war propaganda. They should be under here. Get rid of that notification. The Drava Bovina. I want to know where that is. That's some small country somewhere that's been created. Iran is, yeah, 96%. 17 days left. That shouldn't be any kind of issue. And we will sit and baby everything up here. You need to be moving faster. That's a completely acceptable place to go. And these should be retreating, yes. And we want to give a retreat order to these until these are out in safety. If you've made it there, you can strategically redeploy. Okay, they're pushing back up here. Looks like we are defending. It looks like we're retaking that there. Let's just send some stalling operations in there so we can retake this first. You can redeploy. No, now you can't redeploy. Yes, if we just pressed B. Come on then, Iran. It has to be at midnight now. Yeah. We can probably leave them alone there for a few hours. The famous last words. Well, it looks like we managed to sink quite a bit of Italian and Hungarian troops. So, Iran has signed a white peace with the Soviet Union and with the United Kingdom. Iran has capitulated. Joseph Stalin has announced that the cowardly Iranian nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of the Soviet forces throughout the country. The Iranian government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated and the Soviet Union is now in control of their home area. Well, not really. Throughout the war continues elsewhere, this is a great victory for the Soviet Union. Great news indeed. And this gives us some resources. So the resources here should be loaded off onto us. But more importantly, we now have a friendly-ish nation on our southern border. This means that we can move Lushenko's army up north. Let's get them up here. And we've got some units we can reinforce the Finnish border with. We should be okay to... I think we can just reinforce them straight on this way. And where are these located? Oh, yeah, those are the divisions we put out for port garrisons. Which should be fine the way it is. And we will keep these... We'll put these on the Finnish border too, just to safeguard it a bit more. Then we have the Mountaineers. So let's move the reserves forward a bit. We can start setting up a small defensive line. 13 divisions? No, that's way too long for 13 divisions. Yeah, that's probably more like it. And so let's keep babying our divisions here. How long time until these have managed to retreat? Most of them should be out within a few days. And now we got the military access in Iran. Non-aggression pact from Iceland. Not sure we want that. A few more days there. Yes, stay put for now. It's taking its time to retreat from here. I should be out soon. 0 hours, yeah. And they ended up in a different way. Yeah, we can, if we can hold this attack, we'll take it. Yeah, there wasn't any bigger issues. Let's actually see if we can't push in with our tanks here. 16. No, that's not gonna work. There's just no supply here for us. So, cancel that attack. There we go. And the Mexican states wants to give us a tiny bit of anti-air. We will take it. Since we are running a decent deficit of it. We're gonna trade for another rubber too. Yeah, we're really running out of infantry equipment now. So we wanna trade for some more rubber. Let's get another piece of rubber. As soon as Japan starts coming down into Malaya here, we're gonna be in a tight spot for rubber. It looks like our convoys here are doing, or our submarines are doing a nice work here on the convoy raiding. Now we can move this front line back yet another province. And yeah, that's a bad area to retreat to. I think we'd rather retreat forcefully this way. And new strategic redeployment. Let's get away from there as soon as possible. No, we're not holding on to this tile. But they are trying to retake it constantly. It looks like Wilno is about to fall here too. It's still in our hands. How are the supply hubs doing? Supply hub in Wilno, we can probably... Yeah, we will scrap that supply hub now. We'll destroy it for the Germans. We're doing along the rest of the front here. They seem to have broken through down north of Minsk. And that means, yeah, this defensive line is no longer holding. Yeah, so let's just make sure that we've got some defensive set up here. Let's keep the tanks there, I think. And we make a kind of half-orderly retreat. We have... This army is positioned up there. Let's remove that line. We're holding quite well down here though. For now. I think that's probably a good spot for these tanks to be positioned right now. We keep them as a kind of safeguard around Kiev. Kiev is a decent production area. Got quite a few factories there. We don't want to be taking that assault. That seems unfavorable. But we can actually check the equipment losses here too. We are recovering quite a bit of equipment. And we're not losing that much to attrition, at least. We're losing a lot more in combat than attrition. And we are definitely making a big toll on German equipment. They've lost so much coming in here. This of course is really good. 4,000 pieces of artillery destroyed. 3,500 pieces of support equipment. And even if we've lost quite a bit too, but they're taking more than double the losses that we are. And on the southern front, yeah, we're taking a lot heavier losses down here. Especially in attrition, it seems like. We have recovered quite a bit too. But yeah, we've lost a lot down here. We obviously had a lot worse supply situation down here too. But here we're more or less 1-1 on most equipment types. We've lost more artillery than they have down here. 1 million men lost down there, 300 in the north. And the invasion of Iran cost us about 1,000 equipment, a little bit more. Division templates, well, they're not doing that great, are they? Especially the tank divisions are really crap yet. I haven't been in very many combats either, but they're not really that good. Well, the anti-tank divisions are doing quite well actually. And here the tanks are doing better. We've had them into more favorable positions here too. Yeah, you need to take the railroads, all of you. These for as much as you can. That should be all of them. Yeah, you need to strat redeploy to there. And you guys also need to strat redeploy to wherever you're going. And we need to start retreating these two. Get them out to Riga and they can redeploy to wherever they need to redeploy from there. Are we able to? Yeah, we just destroyed the things in Wilno. And now they are pushing in hard down here. Probably want to... Yeah, that's just... No, we want to retreat there. There's no point reinforcing Odessa. We are losing all the tiles up north, so we need to get these troops out from here. Yeah, that should be fine. We should be able to make it out with all of these. That's not a very good offensive operation for the Germans. Doesn't look like they've got any railway guns up though. I haven't seen the railway gun icons. I usually like railway guns, Germany. Yeah, we're getting some reinforcements up from the south. Air war, yeah, still going horribly. But I think we're still stockpiling aircraft. So at least in that regard we are doing fine. I'm kind of tempted to put a few of these over on... Oh yeah, we got the strategic bombers or the tactical bombers from down here we can move up. That's where do we have? We've got a good base in Riga. Let's move them up to... Actually, we can probably fly them into western Poland now. Apply logistic strikes. And we've got some fighters going. Yeah, we're not allowed to have them in Iran anymore, of course. We can fly these... Where do we want to fly them? Let's put them up in the Baltic here as well. Yeah, they're going in very hard here now. And they've had a very successful push up here in Lithuania and Latvia. So yeah, now I need to get these divisions out from Odessa. Everyone there, just to put the pressure on. I need to allow these to retreat back. And the last ones. Very good. So these divisions, halt your operations. There we go. And retreat, because if we are stuck here, we will get stuck there. And we will withdraw the line there so that they actually get across here. Yeah, they're across the river here too. So soon we'll have to hide behind the Dnieper, I think. Okay, so we lost a... Let's get rid of these first. We lost an ace. Not that big of a deal, but we've... these should be getting out anytime soon. Yeah, there we go. And as long as we get up here, we can safely retreat across the river. Is it Vistula? Could be, yeah. Well, so we saved our divisions from getting encircled down south, and we've saved our divisions from getting encircled up north. The Germans are advancing, but they are advancing very slowly. They've been at us for better part of 8 months now, I think. Or 6 months probably. Do they still have their... Yeah, they still have the country-specific bonus, so it hasn't been half a year yet. But thank you for watching. Take care, and see you next time.